All right, I want to show you today the Brother CS5055 model. So this is one of their entry-level machines, so definitely great for beginners and even intermediate projects. And I'm going to show you all the other standard features that come with it. I'm also going to show you how to set this thing up, and then at the end I'll show you a sewing demo by hemming some shorts. So as you'll see, it does come with this LED display, and a lot of the settings will be adjusted through the electronics here. But let me show you first the physical buttons and features. So starting at the front there, you'll see there's going to be a reverse button right there. So this machine does come with automatic reversing. So if you have that enabled, what you can do is just sew. It'll go forward and backward, stitch it automatically, and then go right back forward again. And then at the very end, when you want to do another reverse stitch, you just press that button and it'll do it automatically. If you have manual back stitching, you can just hold that button and then it will do the backward stitching as long as you're holding down that button. Okay, and this is also where you're going to be able to adjust the tension of the thread using this knob here. At the top, this is where you have your bobbin winder, and then you have this retractable spool pin. To the left here, you have your hand wheel, your precision hand wheel, and below that is where you're going to turn this machine on and off. To the right, you have your thread cutter here. It does also come with this automatic needle threader to help you thread your needle real easily. And then there's this compartment for all your accessories. And as you can see, you can indeed remove it. So that's going to make it easier when you're putting pant legs through to help you hem. At the back here, you'll also have a handle to be able to carry this thing. And you also can adjust the feed dog position at the back as well. It does also come with accessories. So take a look at those here. And here's kind of a list of all the other things that would come in the box. All right, so taking a look at this LED display, as you'll see, this is going to be the way to change a lot of your main functions or settings. So for example, this is where you would choose your stitch type. So you'd look at the diagram down here, choose the correct number, and then of course you can change these numbers just using these plus and minus buttons down here. So you'll see here it says you should use G for 6, and you'll see on each foot the letter marking what it's for. So you'll be able to figure it out that way. And then to actually change the foot itself is real easy. You just press down, basically detach it. And then to attach the new foot, you would line it up with the bar, the metal bar that runs across the rod. And then you can just clip it back on that way. And you'll see here that refers to the stitch length. So you can easily change it, of course, using these plus and minus buttons here. And then this is for the width. All right, so you're going to see a symbol there showing the needle stop position. So it's automatically going to stop above the fabric or out of the fabric. And this is where you can actually use these buttons to change this setting along with a bunch of other settings. So let's say you wanted to automatically stop in the fabric. You would actually just turn off the machine. And so for this particular setting, you would hold this minus button, turn it back on, and then you'll see it automatically change to stop lowered inside the fabric. So there's a bunch of other settings that you can change. And here's kind of a full list of all the things that you can change. So all right, so I'm going to show you now how to get this thing set up. So we're going to load the bobbin and we're going to thread the spool up here. So let's show you how that works now. All right, so you're going to take your spool, place it there, of course, and then you'll see markings showing you exactly how you're going to be able to do this. So for loading the bobbin, we just place it like so. All right, once you have it through that hole, go ahead and place it in place, switch it over to the right, and then you can go ahead and load. All right, once you have enough, remove it like so. Now we're going to place it in the bobbin holder. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. And then so you just remove this guy, put this in, and then you're going to see markings showing you exactly what you need to do. So you just need to loop around there, and then you can cut it like so, and then that's it. All right, and then let's thread the top spool here. So there's going to be markings for this as well. So it's really easy. Just follow the directions, and you should have no problem at all. And then this is where you would just turn the hand wheel towards you, and then you'll see it'll catch the bottom thread, and then you can just go ahead and pull it out like so, and then boom, you are ready to get started. All right, and I'm going to show you now how this thing works by hemming some shorts. So I'm just going to make this nice and simple. I'm going to fold it in like that and then stitch it that way. So let's take a look at how that works. All right, guys, so I did just turn on the automatic back stitch. So you'll see that in action here. So when we put this down, it's going to go forward and then kind of go backwards a little bit, back stitch, and then keep going. So I'll show you that now. Forward and then backward, and then it keeps going. All right, so we're at the end here, and then if you just press that, you'll see that it does that back stitch all by itself. All right, and then you are done. Look at that. Hemmed your shorts, saved a bunch of money on the tailor just by doing it yourself. So that was the Brother CS5055. Again, another great beginner sewing machine. It can even handle some intermediate projects. So if you're just getting started or you're looking for something simple and reliable, definitely check this thing out today.